Hey guys, it's Mark here. Do you know that Solana's name was inspired by a coastal beach in California? Today we are going to knock at Solana's door to find out if Solana is worth all the hype and if it is just marketing strategy that is making the price of Solana to shoot to the moon all this time. Solana's blockchain is complex when you are going through the white paper, so I've tried my best to go through the white paper to understand it and in order to explain it in a very simple way as much as I can for you guys to understand. And by the end of this video, you are actually going to ask yourself, I should have bought Solana when it was less than a cent. In this video, we are going to find out what Solana is, what the blockchain does, if it is late to invest in Solana, and what the future holds for Solana. And speaking about investment and future, guys, it's so easy to invest in the future of this channel. All you have to do is to like the video and subscribe to this channel, and it will help the future of this channel to shine bright like a diamond, just like Rihanna said, guys. First, let's start with the history of Solana and its founders. It was founded by Anatoly Yakovenko, who was a senior staff engineer manager at Qualcomm and a staff engineer at Dropbox. He is such a brilliant man that he created this masterpiece blockchain. And sometimes I wonder how people can be brilliant and how people can be smart. They create such a masterpiece. So what is Solana? Solana was officially launched in March 2020 on mainnet beta. The team claims to have achieved one of the impossible, called the blockchain trilemma. Me, I call it the crypto holy trinity. Which is security, scalability, and decentralization. This is difficult for a lot of blockchain to achieve, and people are arguing that Solana isn't decentralized as the team claims Solana is. But wait till the end of this video in order to find out the reason why people are actually having their doubts about Solana's decentralization. Speaking of scalability, Solana seems to overcome some of the problems earlier cryptocurrencies seems to have. For example, Solana is capable of performing transactions more quickly than other cryptocurrencies, such as Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Solana has a block time of 400 milliseconds per block, compared to Cardano that has a block time of 20 seconds per block, and Ethereum has a block time of 10 minutes per block. We are not even going to talk about Bitcoin here, because for Bitcoin you have to sleep and wake up, sleep and wake up, and Bitcoin is still processing transactions. I hope you get what I mean, like it takes ages. What? Allow me to chill. Come back next week for your transactions. Solana can handle 50 to 65,000 transactions per second, compared to Cardano that handles 275 transactions per second, and Visa handles 1,700 transactions per second. And I will say this, Solana moves with the speed of light. The thing here is, if you compare Solana with other blockchains that has smart contracts, you find out that Solana transaction fees records are very fast. Like, they have broken the records back to back. And secondly, 65,000 transactions per second is extremely fast for a blockchain, and that is the reason why Solana is decentralized, and that is the reason why Solana is scalable. And this thing is going to make me, if I'm to compare Solana, I would say Solana is the CEO of fast transactions, like the CEO, the boss of fast transactions. The Solana's team is well experienced. That is why from beginning they designed the blockchain with longevity in their minds. This is why they built 8 key innovations that will help Solana to improve, and that will help Solana to be scalable, and that will help Solana to be decentralized. And in these 8 innovations, we are only going to cover the proof of history. But have in mind that Solana does not use the proof of stake that Cardano uses, or proof of work that Ethereum and Bitcoin uses. Solana uses the proof of history. For me to explain proof of history better for you guys, I'll have to explain a bit of proof of stake. So proof of stake allows validators to verify transactions according to the number of coins they hold. Why proof of history? Just listen.
Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
Proof of history allows those transactions to be time-stamped. So I'm going to give you an example here. Just imagine you have a cousin or you have family members who live in the US and you live in the UK. So those family members, if they are going to send you money, let me say they are going to send you money on a Thursday, all of them is going to send you money on Thursday. Your mom, your dad, your cousins, your grandma, your grandfather, they are all going to send you money on a Thursday. If they send that money on a Thursday, they will send it on a different time. So the different time they are going to send it, they might send it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. Some of them is going to send it this way. That different time they are going to send it, when you look at your account, when the money enters your account, it is going to use the time that is in the UK. Why I'm explaining this with the bank? Because bank is centralized, and this is almost literally the way the banks also work. When the money enters your account, you look at it, you are seeing the amount, and you're like, okay, this money entered by 2 p.m. at so and so date and so time. So the time stamped is what the proof of history does. It's going to tell you the exact time, the period, and the date their transaction happened. So it's not going to need validators in order to communicate within themselves in order to verify the times. To further explain proof of history for you guys, proof of history creates a historical record that proves that a particular event has occurred at a specific moment in time, whereas other blockchains requires validators to talk to one another in order to agree on time. So Solana was able to fix this with proof of history. Solana is stakeable. You can earn up to 8% APY, and becoming a validator is pretty easy. All you have to do is to just hold little fraction of the Sol coin. Compared to Ethereum, you have to hold 32 Ethereum in order to become a validator on Ethereum network. Becoming a validator on Solana, there is a catch. You have to have around 12 cords and 128 gig RAM. And my brothers and sisters, this is not easy. This is expensive to have 12 cords and 128 gig RAM. Solana currently is having 1,280 validators according to their website. Solana have different smart contracts than Ethereum and Cardano. Solana uses the Rust programming language, which is a low-level language, but it is quite hard for developers to use sometimes because developers will have to write the script from scratch. It's hard to copy and paste on Solana's smart contracts. Ethereum uses the Solidity programming language and Cardano uses the Plutus programming language. Because of Solana's fast transactions and mechanism, these have made them to have great partnership with Serum Exchange. Serum Exchange, which is a decentralized crypto exchange. And also Solana has partnership with Audios audio stream, which chose Solana because Solana is scalable and they believe Solana is going to help them to scale with ease. And currently Audios audio stream also have partnership with TikTok, and this have helped Solana to actually scale in price this period. Next is MetaPlex. It's an NFT platform that chose Solana because of how cheap Solana transaction fees are. Lastly is Chainlink partnership with Solana. They built a price oracle that updates in less than a second. Just to explain this better, what they build is high frequency oracle that can give a price update in less than 400 milliseconds. Isn't that great, guys? All this partnership is helping the Solana's ecosystem to grow incredibly fast and changing the crypto space. If you remember in the beginning of this video, I spoke about people having doubts about how decentralized the Solana's blockchain is. But the point here is what actually caused that to happen was that Solana had a power outage that lasted for 17 hours, and this caused people not to be able to perform transactions, and it also caused Solana to lose some amount of money, to lose some billions, and people wasn't happy and people was furious. So this is one of the reasons that why people ask, is Solana really decentralized? But I believe Solana is decentralized because they had some resource exhaustions, just like they said. Solana native coin is Sol, and it is used for transaction and for staking in order to earn passive income. The price action that Solana has been having recently is because Solana is very scalable and it is good with DeFi solutions. Solana is going to continue to see the parabolic movements in price, and this is one of the reasons the nickname Ethereum Killer is used to refer Solana sometimes. Some experts are predicting that the price of Solana is going to go up around 3,000 to 5,000 in the year 2030 if Solana, or if the government does not put a very strict crypto regulation that is going to affect the price of Solana. What is your opinion about Solana, and what is your price prediction? And this is where your boy Mark is going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to this channel, just subscribe, like the video and comment. I always appreciate it. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a guy who loves crypto and who loves to talk about crypto. So try your best to make your own research before investing. And this is where I'm gonna go now. See you guys later. Remain blessed and take care.